up? Hey, I just thought name change. We are no longer Belt Loop 29. Um, we're no longer Belt Loop 29 perennial food forest, although I still, have. All right, come here. There we go. No longer Belt Loop 29 perennial food forest. We've switched over to Belt Loop 29 um, gardening. Well, perennial food forest just is a little bit more limiting, and not everything I do is dealing with perennials. Now I am overwintering some peppers, and I'll be doing some videos on that fairly soon. Um, but and they are tender perennials. I mean, peppers are perennial plants, but in this environment, in this zone, because we do have freezes, and a freeze will kill peppers. Um, well, anyhow, so I'm just, this is kind of a first thing, first live stream for this channel. And to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised it let me. Most of these, I have to set it up where it um, I got to wait 24 hours. Y'all, anybody that's live streamed has experienced that at one point or another. And I guess I could just go through. Hey, let's move this camera. Hang on. There we go. Hop down there for just a minute, sweetheart. I'll be right back. I'm just moving the camera. I got to change the perspective. And it won't be long. This camera will be from this angle all the time. I just got to move the. I've got to move the. All right, come here. All right, there we go. I have to move the green screen or make arrangements for the green screen to. Oh, hey Jeff, good to see you, brother. Um, I thought I was just setting this up for yeah. Oh, I love Nikki, and I spoil her. I know Otis too. He's spoiled, but anyhow, I'm gonna be moving the green screen at some point. I just got to get something up here where it'll, and then I can run. I'm not even running on StreamYard. I went to open up StreamYard, and I realized I hadn't even gone through and um, set it up to live stream on on this channel. I did just change the name from Perennial Food Forest to well, I wouldn't have this in except for Devil Dog and Devil Dog's Keeper. You know, gave me that. It does help when you're doing the backgrounds and what have you. I'd do a background on here. I guess I still could, but there's a huge difference between running it through OBS and running it through just the computer. I'm not even sure how to on this particular setup. I'm not even sure how to put a background on here, but green screens do help. But I've got this thing just to. I enjoy gardening. I didn't know I was going to enjoy gardening. Truth is, I probably, you know, Tammy's been gardening since before we even got married. Uh, yeah, that's true. Um, this green screen, I think they got off of Amazon and sent it to me. And by the way, um, I was in your live stream. What was that? Yesterday. Um, I've got to where I began lurking. In fact, I got an idea about a giveaway. Because you're a member of my channel, I'm thinking of something that, yeah, it was last night. I was at work and I was lurking. I did give you a thumbs up. Um, and I've got an idea of something to help try and promote my members. Uh, I'm thinking of going through, and I mentioned the Devil Dog. Devil Dog don't seem to think it's a good idea, but that don't surprise me. Everything, oh, it's my pleasure. Devil Dog don't seem to think it's a good idea. My idea is a good idea, and that's okay. And yeah, this place needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I got a bunch of stuff over here on the couch, and for that matter, the room is just a mess. I ain't had my niece come in and clean it. I usually pay her come in and clean, but let me think. Let me ask you what you think about this idea. It may be stupidest idea you ever heard. Then again, you may like it. I like it. I think it's a cool thing. I was thinking of getting some, you know, some Amazon gift cards. Mostly fives, but maybe throw in a 20, a 10. I don't know. I could even go up from there. Maybe even a 50. I don't know. Or 100. I don't know. But getting some Amazon gift cards. And because of the fact that I'm doing some lurking, I've started doing some lurking, and I've got there's a whole slew of reasons why I'm doing that. But especially when people get upset if you miss somebody saying hello to somebody, they get their feelings hurt, and a lot of times it's not it never is it intentional that I miss anybody, but Lord knows some of these chats get so quick that. But I was thinking, and I've also gotten to where mostly the only lives I go into are folks that are members. Last night, I went into several lives and I was only in members channels. Although I can't remember going in. Um, it's hard to see or mention every. Yes, it is. But see, this way, um, if I go through and just do random giveaways in my members channels, while I'm lurking, see the factor for them to do that would be for them just out of the spur of the moment. Somebody say, "Sup, Belt Loop 29." That's all they got to say, without me saying anything. The first person to say that when I get on to that live stream, it automatically, bam, gets a gift card. It does a couple of things. First of all, it would go through and, you know, I think the algorithm pays attention to comments as far as when your comments are being made. I mean, the only requirements, obviously, I'd have to have a couple of requirements on it. I'd have to have I'd have to have a few requirements. First of all, it would only be for my members' channels that in their live streams. Second, they'd have to be. I'm thinking they have to be a subscriber to my channel. Because I'd want to, it was. I appreciate. I really don't drop links. I mean, I don't drop my own link. I'm not. Uh, I didn't get in this to. I didn't get in this to try and. It's going to sound weird, probably, because I didn't get in this really to get to build. I am interested in building my channel, yes, but I'm not that interested in having some huge mega channel, something like that. But I do want to help other folks, and it just makes sense to me if I'm giving away gift cards, to support those who support me, and and support those channels that are. But see, here's the kicker, though. I guess let's say that I just go into a live stream and I'm just lurking, hanging out, hitting the like button. You know, one of the reasons why I'm lurking these days is because um, I have quite a few folks I'm trying to support, and sometimes I feel like if I'm in one when I enter a live stream and I get involved in the conversation, I feel like I need to be there, you know, throughout the whole live stream. And I don't like. I mean, I do want them to get credit, but sometimes I have two or three members that are going on at the same time, so I can go through and support one. I'm gonna stay at least a minimum of 15 minutes in whatever live stream I go into. It's my what I heard is, and it'll be typically longer than that. But I've heard that if you get somebody to stay at least 15 minutes, then they get credit for an hour. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's what I've heard. Anyhow, went out the trolls and freaks that still hang around my channel. Some weird and evil people out there. That's true. That's true. But the cool thing, though, that I found is that, when you get a bunch of good quality, folks out there and good quality mods, they'll jump on them quick. In fact, sometimes I have seen some that jumped on some folks a little too quick. So you have to be careful about that. Uh, I think different people have different ideas about what uh, how quickly they should jump on them. Or still, when somebody's obviously trolling you, I don't know. Some people have said called me trolling when in fact I wasn't trying to troll. And I guess can a person that's not a troll be a troll on the channel? I don't know. I guess I don't have a real good grasp on the whole troll concept. But I was just thinking, you know, and if no, if I go in there and nobody says anything, well, maybe they go through and drop. Maybe they go through and drop a. Let's see, I have people that troll to be funny. Then there's those that are malicious. Yeah, I don't reckon I mind being funny, but sometimes I do try to. Well, I'm usually trying to be funny. I don't know why. That's just But I also try to. Well, that's probably another reason. If I don't say anything in a live stream, I can't say the wrong thing. And I'm not always sure what people are looking for. Some people probably just want them talking, folks talking about, whatever the subject they've chosen. I tend to think of live streams in two different ways. There's a conversation going on the panel, and there's a conversation going on in the chat. They don't always match up. In fact, I've seen Devil Dog feel like he's lost sometimes because of that, and truthfully, I probably am too. But hosts typically try to pay attention to what's going on in the chat. I'm not sure where the perfect line between the two is, but hey, if folks are having a good time, being in there, getting to see old friends and new friends and that type of thing, then I feel like it's been a successful live. For really, yeah, I believe it. I've seen some channels that just get a a really large number of trolls. But I don't know what the answer on that is. I've only blocked a couple folks in my life, um, and typically it's because Devil Dog said, "Hey, block this person." So I do that. Now, obviously, those stupid, things. And you know what? It's been a while since I've had anybody um, pop up with those bots or whatever. I'm thankful for that. But I just thought I'm thinking if I go into my members, into their live streams, if somebody says sup belt loop without me, saying anything, than say, automatically give them like a gift card. Um, it'd be something. I mean, I don't know if anybody actually say, do that type of thing, but I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about. Planning on doing it. I just don't know if anybody'd ever say sup belt loop without me being there and being seen. I don't know, but obviously, um, as I said, the person that did it to get the thing would need to be either verifiable and or um, the interviews, concerts, and outdoors. Rumble is where my catches stings will be. That's cool. The I know you got a lot of concert stuff on there, um, and some really big names too. So for me, I don't even know if I have a direction other than I'm just trying to have fun, go out and help some other folks if I can. After all, it's it's at first I guess I was a little overwhelmed by how many wonderful folks show up in my live streams, and it's still humbling when I stop and think about it. But I'm not as conscious of it, I guess, as much. Uh, Anyhow, now I just spend more time just trying to focus on one live panel a week. Oh yeah. Um, well, that's another thing I don't really do. This was just kind of spur of the moment. I really haven't done a whole lot with this channel. In fact, I've done less with this channel than I have Cute Critters and my Can Cook channel. Of course, that makes sense. I cook from time to time, and well, I love animals, so I'm always doing stuff with animals. Um, but perennial food forest is not something. That's what the name of this channel was. It's not like I'm always doing stuff with a quote unquote perennial food forest, um, but a little bit more often, or considerably more often, with gardening. So I do like gardening, even though it's primarily spring through the summer. Once the end of the summer gets there, you know I don't do a whole lot, but I am currently overwintering about 12 pepper plants. And funny thing is, some of them are really hot, but I don't really like, or I don't eat really hot ones. Devil Dog does, and anyhow, I just thought it'd be nice to go through and do something on this channel. And perennial food forest is very specific, I guess. Gardening's a little bit more general, and so um, I tend to do a lot of IRL streams soon of the mountains, plateaus, rivers. Oh, that's cool. Um, that's similar, I think, to Tasmania ASMR. He does a lot of just scenery, that type of thing. And me, I don't know where something will pop in my head, and I'll tend to do it. I've got an idea for a video about doing talking about the benefits of jump cuts. Um, I think they're advantageous. That would be cool. I enjoyed Breaking Bad. In fact, I watched the series twice. I watched a couple of those episodes, 4 or 5 times. I just like them. Better Call Saul. I've watched 4 seasons of that. It didn't have the fifth season on there when I finished fourth. I think it's on there now. Um, I may have to. I guess that's when he changed his name or his company name to Better Call Saul or Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman, and that reminds me of a garden gardening channel that I watch. Are they? All right, so you in New Mexico. I don't know why I was thinking you was in California. I guess because all them rock and roll band stuff. Um, I have an uncle, I think, or I had an uncle. He passed away, but I think he used to live over that way. Um, he was married to a woman named Margot, and I think she used to make dream catchers, that type of thing. But um, well, that's a good thing, I'm getting a chance to sit down and chat with you now. So now I know you're in New Mexico. Uh, but of course, I probably won't say anything about that anybody because that's that may not be something you're interested in sharing. It's like I know a few folks. I know a few folks' name is not really shared much, but I ain't saying anything about it. Ain't my business. They want to share their name. That's up to them. Hey, I appreciate you come. Um, NVCAP is the channel. Okay, I'll make sure I check that out. All right, have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping in, Jeff. It's good to see you. And thank you for your support. I'll be seeing you around. That's all right. I'm probably about to end this anyhow because, well, I just wanted to put something up so that I could stream on here if I wanted to. Thanks for coming in. We'll talk with y'all later. And I guess I'm going to end the stream. For anybody that checks this out later, thanks for coming in. Y'all have a good one.